Hey there, I'm Curly, and welcome to Unfiltered and Undiscovered, the podcast where three music lifers dig into the songs, the stories, and the legends of music that may not have crossed your radar yet. But if you're new here, let me set the scene. I'm the punter, the guy who swears that the best music, the best Australian independent music, was in 1986. I've got the record collection to prove it. Now, joining me each week, I've got Braggy. He's a lifelong muso, a dreamer that's still waiting for that one song of his to go viral. He knows his stuff and he loves digging into lyrics. And of course, we've got Rossi, the roadie, the manager, and the guy with the story about every band that's ever plugged into a pub PA system anywhere from Perth to Parramatta. Together, we get unfiltered with the best undiscovered artists across Australia and occasionally the world. And occasionally, we also talk a whole lot of rubbish around artists that we already love. Let's get into it.
Hey y'all, I'm Alison Asarch from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, I'm Sean Fraser from the Ritzy Kids Hunters.
This is Johnny from Rail Motor.
Hey, it's Shane from Blind Season.
Hey, it's Rob Stanier, and you can check out my music on all the streaming platforms.
Check out my latest music on all the streaming sites.
Check out my debut album on all streaming platforms.
Check out our new debut album.
Check us out on Spotify and Apple Music. And you're listening to our friends, Braggy and Curly.
My favorite bands from Australia.
You're listening to our friends, Braggy, Rossi, and Curly
on the Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast.
So, hey there, everyone. It's Curly here, and welcome to episode 240 of the Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast. We are three old blokes with one obsession, and that's music that matters. Unfiltered chats with undiscovered artists. Every week on the pod, it's guitars, grit, and the good stuff that you're not going to hear on mainstream radio. This is Unfiltered and Undiscovered. And wherever you're listening or watching, please hit that like and subscribe button. It feels like forever since we've all been back here, but we finally have both Rossi and Braggy back in the same studio together. It's been a while. How are we? Let's start with Braggy. You had your own gig recently. How did it all go for you?
I had a gig at one of the great Adelaide pubs, the Wheatsheaf Hotel, which supports original music 6 nights a week. It's a fantastic pub, and it was a good gig. Yeah, the band was killer. We wanted more people, but it was like it's not the first gig for this band, so we were happy. Hopefully, we got more to come, and they were happy, and it was good gig.
Yeah, we saw some snippets, and there was a bit of a groove happening, a bit of a blues riff, and the song about the rattlesnake. I'd like to dive into at one stage, Braggy, because that
the rattlesnake.
Yeah, ultimately eats itself, bites itself. Is that the story?
The rattlesnake is yes. A rattlesnake is a very dangerous creature found in North America, but it's also found in the halls of power. There was someone in the halls of power giving a speech today who I would class as a rattlesnake. And one of the interesting things about rattlesnakes, Curly, is that if they get cornered, they become so angry they'll bite themselves.
Mm.
Anyway, I don't do a lot of political songs, but that's definitely one.
Yeah. Rossi, how have you been, mate? What happened to you over the weekend?
Well, firstly, I noticed that Curly doesn't even actually need us anymore, Braggy. He went out on his own, did a solo set on Saturday. He did very well too, I must say.
Yeah, considering he was out of his depth with Eli, the rapper from, where was he
from? Connecticut. So originally from North Carolina. That was probably the most nervous I've ever been before an interview, because there's only so much you can drive out of the lyrics of some of Eli's songs. But he was an absolute gentleman, right? He called me sir. He was a God-fearing guy, but which sort of is the conundrum that you see with a lot of rappers, because what they sing about is certainly not God-fearing or respectful in many ways. So, I mean, the interesting thing, I'm glad you raised it, because Eli's episode was fully blocked on Spotify, which I found interesting, and it was a false block, and I love the way that and it was a global block, so not seen anywhere, just a global block, slammed it shut, and the false claim was for an Italian artist who's also a rapper, and it was one of our majors, the UMG Italian group that blocked it. And it was and it's just a horrible experience because, Eli was actually quite a really good, genuine guest. And then, so I what's the word? I fought it. I put in the claim that it's a false claim. And so they block you immediately, and then they give themselves 7 days to work out whether they've actually made an error or wrong. It's just, so I unfortunately, Eli understood that I had to remove his music from the episode. So it's available, but no issues on YouTube. So what's going on here? Yeah. Okay. So fully
false positives. Well done, Tony. It's pretty hard work to do one up.
Yeah, it is. Well done, mate.
Well, that's 2 in a row now. So we've had young Nian Tan Tong from London. He was quite unique, and then we had Eli. So, and there's more coming. So for some reason, our international guests like talking to us Aussies.
Braggy will just get mentioned soon as special guests.
That's how that's how we started.
So let's have a look at the special. Let's have a look at the special guest footy tipping, right? So, and this week in the NRL, of course, the Origin game is included in our tips. So, the numbers may not be fully correct, but at the moment, Braggy, you are killing it. 174 combined, and both AFL and NRL.
I actually didn't put my tips in last week because I was busy by my standards.
and I see that in your NRL. I think you got 1. So
I did. I'm out of the AFL
knockout.
Knockout, yeah. So, but I'm happy that Kat's got that. So she deserves it.
So you're 174. Rossi's on 162, and of course I'm just nowhere to be found at 147. So. Footy tipping, I think it's just going to be pretty horrendous from here on in. But let's talk to our special guests that we have tonight. I've got a bit of an intro here. Duxie Franklin stands out. She's one of those rare, fully realized artists who treat music as part of a larger creative canvas. And I think we would all agree with that. There's just something about what Duxie's putting out there in the world. She's based in Melbourne. She's a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, visual artist. I love your film clips. Chlorine's amazing as a video. So welcome to the show, Duxie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Duxie, I'm so glad I'm back, and I'm so glad you're the guest that I've come back to because I love what you're doing. You're a true artist with doing everything yourself. Very punk of you to be doing all that. But our listeners always like to know how it all got started for you. I believe you got a classical background, so if you could tell us like how you got to this point.
Yeah. Well, I was playing piano, and then I heard the violin, and I fell in love with that, and then I had to start playing violin, and it wasn't till I was 19 and I got a guitar for Christmas that I could sort of start trying to play guitar. And I was also playing tennis at a really high level. And
wow.
And then I did my ACL, and then I suddenly had all this free time. And that was when the music and the art kind of came back, and I became an artist, I suppose. Yeah.
You're a Renaissance woman playing. There's very few musos that we talk to that actually played sport as well. Usually that's kind of which I find is weird because to me they're both very similar things.
Yeah, I always felt weird because I was in the orchestra and like lots of music groups at school, and I never felt like I fit in. And then I was in all the sports as well, but I never felt like I fit in because I wasn't a jock and I wasn't like a classical musician. So
it's weird, isn't it? Because it's two things that break down all the barriers. You know what I mean? You can go to a sporting event and there'll be people from every class, every different races.
Yeah.
And it's the same with music. Anyway, in your I'm giving a follow-up question. In your bio on Spotify, it talks about organic orchestration. Tell me what you think what that is.
What do I think that means?
Yeah. Well, so you didn't write that?
I probably did at some point.
What is organic orchestration?
I
I think I get what you're trying to say, but I want to hear it from you.
It probably means real instruments, right? Violins, string sections, orchestral, like real
wood and metal.
What's that?
Wood and
metal.
Oh, wood and metal. Yeah, those things. Yeah.
Yeah, but they do seem your orchestrations, especially some of your early songs, which I've listened to today, they're very organic in the way they flow.
So you're agreeing with this statement that you're questioning me about?
I am. I'm agreeing with the statement. Yeah.
Oh! I'll just go get the popcorn.
We're not hard hitting journos here, Duxie. Anyway, we're here to talk about your song "After the Storm."
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what that's about. What was the storm that now you have calm from?
Well, I mean, we all go through different storms in our lives.
Yep.
It can be a metaphor for whatever different thing you're going through. It could be a breakup. It could be grief, a loss. It could be some emotional trauma, something you're going through. And I hope people can listen to it and feel their own story and relate to it in that way without, everyone's obviously journey and storm can be something different. Yeah.
Okay. So
the aftershock of silence hangs shaking through the air. My head aches. Am I still intact? Are my legs still attached?
putting it out to everybody. Yeah.
Your music's quite unique, Duxie. So when I first, I loved the email you sent to us, and when you sort of mentioned there's a little bit of the 80s here and maybe Curly might like that, I thought, okay, she knows a little bit about us. That's cool. That's nice that she's reached out. And then when I listened to it, I thought, my God, this is just, it's like, it's compelling. It's riveting. You can't, like, it's certainly not pop, although there's elements of pop in some of your songs. It's certainly not rock, and there's just a lot of space, and you just sort of, and once again, I'm just going to try and explain my experience. I was slowing down to wait for the song to catch me up, if that makes any sense. There just seems to be space and stillness in especially after the storm. Is that what you sort of prescribe to do when you're putting together some music? Is it about the space? Is it about individual elements having their own little place within the song?
I'm not sure I've thought of that before, or like intentionally tried to do that. I guess the process of, you write the song and then at some point you bring it, well, this is my process at least, and at some point I bring it to the band and we all kind of jam it out a bit and everyone sort of has a go at some different parts. Sometimes I have really clear ideas on, okay, I want a drum sound a bit like this, I want this bass line, I'll play a bass line, or I want this sound. But then when you get to the studio, sometimes it can shift it again or even more, and you could obviously, once you add orchestration and stuff, like I'm not going to be able to play that on a stage. I don't have a full orchestra, but the song can take different directions. Yeah.
Are you writing on piano, Duxie, or are you writing on?
I'm writing more on piano now, but I never did before. I kind of avoided it because it's almost like I knew the instrument so well, it felt really hard to be creative on it. So I wrote most of my songs on guitar, which I'm okay at, but I'm not sort of great at. So I would come up with more interesting, weird things that I didn't know what I was playing. Whereas on piano, it's too easy, But I'm beginning. Yeah.
It's like changing the tuning on a guitar. If you don't know where you're going, you'll come up with
Exactly. Yeah, I use a lot of different tunings, so that's great method. Yeah. Sorry,
Rossi.
But force yourself out of your comfort zone. You can get quite an interesting result. And if you play piano, you'll just have stuff you just go to, right?
Yeah.
So that's often the case. What I noticed when I was watching the clip, and the word ethereal popped up. There was kind of that, rather than pigeon up that, that flowy sort of Stevie Nicks sort of hippie sort of outdoor sort of thing, which I think really suited the song. That ethereal nature to it, that kind of seemed very light as it floated, rather than like plodding across, dinosaurs will plod across. I found that there was a very sort of air-like quality to how the song went in a better way. So you're saying that you've got a band and you take the band, they work the material up with you in a lot of cases, or do you sometimes just go, this is it, fellas, and this is the way it works?
It really depends on the song. I think more and more now, like as I've had more experience writing, releasing songs, I do have a clear idea in my head of how I want it to sound, and I'll often, be kind of direct in, okay, this is what I want. And then I love producing as well. And I love arranging and instrumentation. So on my laptop or with my keyboard or whatever, I can like write out different parts and put those in as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, all your songs are really different from one another, which I really like.
Which is a big problem for marketing, honestly, but yeah.
Fuck the marketing. Don't worry about that. Just...
Yeah.
Genre hopping is a very popular thing these days, I say.
What is?
Yeah, genre hopping.
Oh, genre hopping.
Genre hopping. Because they
just come out like that.
People are dropping
out how it comes out. Like I'm not trying to.
Yeah. I think we've talked about this. I think in the future there's going to be two genres. There's going to be humans and then the other, and then AI.
Yeah, for sure. We're going that way.
We don't like the other.
No, we don't want the other. So, go, Rossi.
But I guess, like nowadays with the modern way of doing things, people release songs. They're not releasing albums. They're not releasing themes, right? So it doesn't matter that the songs don't seem like connected all the way, like in a really, like you can listen to a Ramones song and listen to another Ramones song and another Ramones song, and it's the Ramones. It doesn't matter these days. I think that the art allows itself to reflect how you feel on any given day. Do you find that? Is that how you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel like it's very much the song or the story, like whatever message is coming out through the music, that'll kind of dictate for me what direction the song needs to go. And if it's a really heartfelt, emotional, powerful ballad song, you've got to follow that. And if it's just a straight out rock, have fun, waste time kind of song, then that's the way it needs to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the instrumentation doesn't have to be the same to make a theme go through an album. It can be just the subject matter or what the basic feel. So
yeah.
And I like that it changes, because in life that's how it is. Every day's something different. So
listen to the 8 years of the Beatles.
Yeah, exactly right. 8 years. I know, it's
8 years.
You know what? I saw
you can measure.
Go, Rossi.
You can measure the world like that. Yeah, that was 3 Beatles ago.
Yeah,
that was 3 Beatles careers ago, right?
That's
so,
right.
And that three Beatles careers ago was 2002.
Yeah, I know, it's insane. They're short. How short what they did in such a short time. On Spotify, also, we were talking before about the 80s, Curly. I don't know. You've got like Kate Bush or Björk. I get the Kate Bush reference, but I'm going to throw another name in there. I reckon you remind me of more is Susan Vega.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
do you like? I don't know if you like.
Yeah.
Like her. That's what I heard, especially in the song before this one, "Wasting Time."
Yeah.
Which is that's a cool song. "Wasting Time." I want to talk about. I mean, I'd waste heaps of time. But not. I mean, like I think in your song you talk about, I don't know, putting the bins out or whatever, or doing the washing up. But I find those times are really the times when you're really creative, when it's just numb in your brain. And that's why I find if you clear that, things pop in more. Would you agree with that, Rossi? I don't know. You'd have to ask your son. I suppose.
Look, it can. Yeah, he's in there writing at the moment. I can't get near it. But like, I remember I was working for a period of time. I was working in a book bindery, and the machines were going, and the rhythms of the machines just absolutely enchanted me. And like I was hearing polyrhythms starting to become as two machines were interfacing with each other and pinging. It was and that's kind of how the every day does present so many different musical influences, so many musical inspirations. I think
it's organic orchestration.
Indeed, it is. Like, if the blues music wasn't to the rhythm of a train, shoot me.
Yeah, beautiful. Yep, that's right. That's right.
So being creative is obviously really important with you. And when I look at your video clips, I get the sense that do you choreograph or put together all the visions around the video clips that you do? And I do have to say, with After the Storm, Duxie, I talked about when the song itself, it feels like you're keeping me waiting. The video clip did the same thing because I'm waiting for you to actually pop into the screen. And it seemed to take like an inordinate long time to see the artist. So tell us about your process for putting together your video clips because they're amazing.
Yeah,
I think your attention span is just too short. It's like but it is an issue, honestly, because if you're on social media and you're trying to get eyeballs and you're trying to get attention on your stuff, if you're not giving them something interesting in the first 3 seconds, they're just going to scroll past. It's a big issue. So thank you for watching right through until I appeared on screen. I appreciate that.
That's very Kate Bush doing all that sort of choreography and stuff yourself. I can see the comparison there.
Yeah, I think so too.
And you do the costumes too, yeah? Costume designer.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. I have like a kind of vision for the whole video, and then I'll just figure out how to make it happen. And I've got this great videographer I work with, and I tell him what my ideas are, and he says, "Oh, that sounds a bit complex," or "I'm not sure we can achieve that." I mean, Chlorine's a classic example. That was like, that's never going to happen, but we made it happen. So, yeah, this was.
I spent too many hours in the swimming pool, flat on my back, just relax. How many hours will it take? Chlorine in my brain. I spent too many hours making cups of tea, the kettle's toiling just for me, trying to get the perfect brew. Bag it, brew it, screw it, I can never get it right, like I can't get you off my mind. Oh, how time fills up the hours. How many hours will it take? I spent too many hours on the terrace.
This was quite easy in comparison. I need a cliff, I need a dress, I need wind, maybe rain. drama, black and white, and then we made it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. And also on
But
your
it
YouTube,
contributes.
yeah.
Who contributes?
Also, we've got a bit of a lag with Rossi tonight, unfortunately. But we've got you've got some YouTube live clips on there as well, and even your stage presence seems really well crafted from a creative space. So, walk me through the branding around Duxie, or is that you, or is that a very creative image that you're sort of putting together?
I mean, honestly, it's probably just me. It's like an exaggerated version of me.
Okay.
When I'm on stage and when I'm performing and when I'm creating art and music, it all just flows very easily and it's all fun and it feels great. So I just kind of lean into it and I don't know, just like I think I got some advice when I was at music school and they said the best thing you can do as an artist is be yourself, but like maybe turn it up to 11 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, great advice.
Yeah.
I just think to have that, like as a performer, like no performer is actually them. They're a representation of the version of them.
Right.
So when you look at performers working, like talk to someone who goes, yeah, that's all well and good, but that's not me. That's someone else, and I'm a different person. And I think that's really important. And I've encountered that because I do a lot of stage management and production management. I've dealt very closely with artists over a long period of time, and the people who do that very well, you understand how they can maintain that separation. Yeah, and it's really important to do that because and something we've often spoken about, like mental health in performance is pretty a very important thing that you need to work and maintain, and to have that separation that as an artist I'm this person, but that's not all of me. I'm a person over here as well. It's a really important part of it to separate those two, I think.
When I was playing tennis, honestly, that was something I struggled with so much because every time I lost, it was like I'm a loser. I suck. I'm terrible. And my mental, my self-talk was so bad, and I just couldn't cope with the emotional roller coaster of winning and losing. So in a sense, music is maybe healthier for me, or art, because you don't win or lose as such. You just constantly lose, so it's fun.
I know what you're saying, but my God, the ups and downs of being a musician will take you out quicker.
Oh, yeah, but it's fun. It's entertaining, right? I always say it's never boring. That's the one thing you can guarantee. Every gig you go to is never boring. Something will happen. It's fascinating.
Yeah. Most musicians have got a very strong sense of gallows humor. The gallows humor. Yeah. If something's going to go wrong, it's going to happen to us.
Right.
Yeah. But sport music is the same in that way too. Is that the bigger you get or the better you get at it, the bigger the gap between the highs and the lows as well. Yeah. Like if you lose your local tennis comp, it's okay. But if you're losing the Grand Slam final, or you know what I mean. Whereas if you're going playing at a local pub and it's really going off, the next day you might be a little bit down because you're a superstar before. But if you're playing freaking Wembley, and then the next day, so.
Yeah, I definitely. I feel like post-release depression or post-gig, like you just kind of get a bit of a downward lull.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how small the gig is, but it's just a thing. It's still, you're up for that thing, and it's you're getting some sort of adoration, and then the next day, I'm just normal, just me. Yeah. I know it's not. I know it seems funny when it's a small gig, but
yeah. So, but Duxie,
I've got a mate who played like Wembley with Kiss. Mate of mine played Wembley with Kiss, and then when he came back home, he was working at the loading dock at Harvey Norman. Like if he's not well adjusted, he's going to have problems, you know.
100%. Duxie, you were ranked as a elite junior tennis player, weren't you? You were like in the top 200 in Australia. So
I thought I deleted all that out of my bio.
No, we have ways. We have ways. But so
I've actually got some tennis contacts. I'll be doing some more digging.
Oh, great!
but I think that's obviously that was quite a path for you, and you know we had another lady who's now over in Nashville, Brittany Elise, who was quite well up in the female women's soccer process, and the same thing, torn ACL. and now she's making music in Nashville. So sometimes those little, what we may perceive as something horrendous at the time, are really there to steer us on a path. But I guess that resilience of it, I mean, you've got to rehab an ACL anyway, whether you're going to be playing or not. So just that whole process of being patient with that industry and then starting to move into that creative space must have been a bit of a bonus for you.
It did honestly feel like one door had shut, but another door had opened, because I have always been very creative, but sport really took over for 4 or 5 years there. And then when it was, probably not that long, probably more like 3, 4 years. But anyway, when it was kind of taken away from me, because I was also playing state league netball at the time, I was doing cross training. And when all of that stopped, I suddenly had this huge sort of crevice to fill, not just in time, but in energy and emotional space. And it was actually really healing to let the art come back in and the music come back in. Yeah.
But the discipline associated with being a high-level sports person, you take that with you through everything you do for the rest of your life anyway. Like probably, the discipline, the work, and the application, and knowing result for effort and things like that will come through.
We talked about, when we were talking just before, we got back onto tennis.
Sorry.
The image that you put up on stage is different, and it was good segue to. I love lyrics. I love poetry and stuff. It didn't take me to one of your previous songs, Everybody Wants, which I've got big ticks against. I really like this song. And I love the line, she measures her value every morning, noon and night, through the merciless eye of her mirror. Everybody wants her body, nobody wants her mind. So it's like another little sort of, you put the face paint on, you be someone else. Is that about anyone particular, that song, or is that just an observation?
Yeah, it was inspired by a girl that I met at a gig one time, and I got to know her a bit, and she seemed so popular and everyone loved her and everyone wanted to hang out with her and be with her. And then as I got to know her more, I kind of understood that there was this facade at the front of who she was projecting and who everyone loved. But underneath that, there's this poor, broken, sad kind of person that feels that their only value is in what everyone else wants from them. And I guess as a woman, I mean, I don't know if you guys can relate, but it's definitely like a thread that we can understand as women.
Yeah, I have a daughter, so I understand. And so does Curly. So I think, yeah. Tricky. It's a tricky situation that what the media puts out there, how you're supposed to look, and you have to feel you have to do that.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah.
It's cool.
And I suppose there's a bit of a prelude to that. People get sucked into that feeling of how others are making them feel by being the person that potentially they're not, but projecting to be. And then we get caught up in that and we say, that's who I am. When really it's not. You're just being caught up in an emotion. And whether that's an emotion of feeling wanted or needed or, we work with this each and every day. So absolutely, it's a very valid song.
It is. Well, I think, I guess, as a solo performer and as an artist in the modern regime, you've got to be a bit of everything. You've got to be your own social media person, your own tour manager, your own booker, your own manager. You do everything. Like, which bits do you like? Which bits don't you like? And what do you think works for you?
Well, I love obviously the creative stuff. I love video concept. I love merch making, costume design, creation, photography, video editing, poster design, songwriting, music production. What do I not like? I do struggle with social media. I've just recently got someone on board to help me with that, and that's going really well. I'm really appreciating even just that distance of someone else is posting it now. I'm not like quite at the coalface. And I wish I had more time, because currently it takes me sometimes a year from the day I finish writing a song through to workshopping it, arranging it, producing it, recording it, and then finally releasing it. And that's just not quick enough. I have so many songs I need to get out, and when all your time is spent up with booking gigs and managing a band and doing social media and keeping your website up to date and editing videos and writing songs at some point, and also the day job because I don't earn anything, I have to earn money. It's like, how do I get enough time to release and produce this art, this music I have to get out, you know?
Yeah. It's difficult the way the music industry is at the moment. But the other reverse side of it is that you're such a different artist that you know, in the old world, no one mightn't have cared about what you do. But in this day and age, you can get your stuff out there for people to listen to. You know, whereas before, you have to have someone really to believe in what you're doing.
I mean, we still don't care, but I can at least get it out now, right?
That's right. I know. That's right. Speaking of which,
I talk to artists all the time, and no one cares. They reckon no one cares.
Yeah,
but it's a democratization of music.
I tell you who cares about Duxie's music? A fuck of a lot of people in South America. What's going on there? There seems to be so many people. Like you got like 156 followers in Bogota.
Yeah, that's my place, Bogota. Yeah. I wish I could give you some like awesome deep reason about how I like connect with the South American people. But, I just got on a couple of playlists that were like South American playlists or like Spanish-based playlists, and they kind of got picked up a bit there. So yeah.
Well, that's good.
That's
cool.
That is the positive side of the digital platforms, is that your music does just move out of the Melbourne space. So
your band guys, your band guys, they're pretty sympathetic. They get it, and they're right on board with you as well.
Oh, I can't say too much because we're in a podcast. Oh, look, some of them do. No, look at you. We're all musicians. We've been doing it a while. I really appreciate it. I love everyone that helps me create my music, and obviously my band do that, you know, every gig. So yeah, I'm super lucky. I'm super grateful. Yeah.
All right. So a couple of last questions, guys, and I'm going to start with the first one.
Line up.
Describe your live show to me, because you know I can see the visual art that you put into your videos. I'm intrigued as to who would, if you were the headline act, who would be your supporting act, or if you're the supporting act, who are you supporting? But help me understand the vibe at a Duxie live show.
I would say it's a lot of fun, because I do have a lot of fun songs that when I perform them, when we perform them, they've got like maybe a few little actions, lots of smiling, lots of dancing on stage. And then, you know, there are the deeper, meaningful, emotional songs that kind of have a bit more impact. So I guess my shows are quite diverse and hopefully engaging. And what was the word someone said before? About after the storm, ethereal. Like maybe there's an element.
Ethereal.
Yeah.
I've got a question. Like some of your old stuff. By the way, I just want to say my favorite song to listen to today was "Watch Your Soul Sink."
Thank you. That's a really good one.
I love that song. But that's, and it's got really unusual arrangement. There's like I think there's a key change. Well, in the other one, Kitschy Koo, I love the way that's spelt as well, and I get it. That's cool. And there's key changes in that in the chorus as well. So they're really unusual arrangements, those older ones. But your last two, like After the Storm and Wasting Time, are a little bit more commercially, like poppy, less. Is that on purpose? Or is that just the way they've worked out?
It's not super on purpose. It's probably just the way they've worked out, and maybe my songwriting over time has kind of refined and maybe like slowly lent itself to a more commercial sound. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens next. Yeah.
Okay. Just an observation.
Yeah.
No, I love that Watch Your Soul Sink. I love the way that just comes in really raw, and then when everything comes in, I get I don't know. It's great. I get a feeling.
And again, the video clip, it's just out there.
I didn't watch all the video clips. I just listened today.
Yeah, I know. You've got an ear for it. I've got an eye for it. Duxie, if someone's listening to us now and wants to check you out, what's the best social media platform for you to plug?
Well, I'm on all of them. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I have a website. If you type Duxie Franklin and you don't let it autocorrect to Dixie Franklin, because that happens a lot, you will find me on the internet.
Yeah.
Awesome. I've noticed on your socials you're doing a bit of a breaking news theme as well, which I love. So is that more in tune with the Duxie in your full-time job, in your day job?
I mean, I'm not a news reporter in my day job, but no, that's just me being a dork, just being silly, making content that might amuse.
I like the NFL one.
Yeah.
I thought that was
relevant. Yeah.
It's the biggest thing happening.
Bait and switch
right now. Yeah.
Awesome.
So World Cup soccer is the one now, just so you know.
Oh, is it?
World Cup soccer.
I better look into that. For the tip, yeah.
Yeah, like that'll get you some global reach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Especially Bogota.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is Colombia in the World Cup?
Yeah.
They would be somewhere.
They have to be.
They'd have to be. Duxie, I'll make sure all your links are in our show notes so that people will be able to follow. And as I'm going to wind up, but it's been awesome speaking with you. With our next show, we're not here next week, guys, by the way. I'm going to be in a car driving to Townsville, so we can have next Wednesday off. But the 1st of July, we are back with one of our favourites, the Vixens of Fall.
Oh, we've had the one before, yes.
With the three sisters, and we like getting a scoop, but this scoop that we may get, this is a danger episode because Nina is heavily pregnant and is due early July. So our show is the 1st of July, so we may get a scoop that may never have been seen or heard before on a podcast.
If it's a boy, it'll be Curly Braggy Rossi.
All three girls, Nina, Ren, and Lulu, are going to be joining us. So that's 1st of July. So for us, so we'll be looking forward to having that episode. So if you've loved what you heard, please hit follow, share the show, dig deeper on our Spotify playlist. It's been we will be adding Duxie's music onto our Every Damn Song playlist on Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, and Apple. And just backing Braggy 100%. Make sure you have a listen. It is, as I said, it slowed me down because I needed to wait for what, and there was just everything happening. It was just so cool. More artists, more stories, more reasons to listen. This is Unfiltered and Undiscovered. Duxie, it's been amazing having you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
Streets, talk to the locals about them. Convict bricks conceal a condemnation. Set in stone, wait for dawn. Show me your wares. Feed your feet with the blood of them. Feast your eyes on the blues in every goodbye. Holding tight. Just let paves the path into darkness.
for this episode of the Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast. If you've liked what you've heard, please do us a favor. Hit follow, leave a rating, and share it with a mate who needs some new music and a little bit of laughter in their lives. We're all about discovering the songs that actually mean something. So if you're into raw talent, great stories, and music that hits you right in the guts, you're in the right place, and we'd love to see you back again next week. Don't forget our Spotify playlists. Every damn song, every track we've ever talked about, rising female country artists and undiscovered covers. And just now, they're not just available on Spotify. You'll also find them on YouTube Music and Apple Music as well. Now, we will be back next week with more music, more stories, and probably some more arguments. But that's what keeps us unfiltered. We'll see you next week.